Emerge Publishing Audiobooks presents Excalibur Rising, Prequel, Athelstane the Saxon, by Eileen Enwright Hodgetts. Read by Harry Singers. An Emerge Publishing audiobook. Copyright 2022. All rights reserved. Chapter 1. October 11, 1216. The Bishop's Palace, Bishop's Lynn Priory, 1216. Evening. The King's stallion was as evil-tempered as King John himself. The ringing of the Vespers bell had sent him dancing and prancing, and generally behaving as though he had never been broken for riding. It was all that Athelstane could do to hold him steady. Even when the echo of the bells had died away on the chill autumn air, and the monks had processed into their chapel, the stallion was still rolling his eyes and blowing hot steam from his nostrils. The sudden appearance of a mist, boiling up from the ground and shrouding Athelstane and the stallion in momentary darkness, was more than the stallion could tolerate. With a toss of his head, he jerked Athelstane from his feet and flung him onto the ground. It was from this position, on his back in the dung-smeared courtyard, that Athelstane first saw the girl in the blue dress. He scrambled to his feet. He didn't care who she was or where she had come from. All he cared about was King John's horse. Any damage to the foul beast would result in damage to Athelstane. A whipping or another branding, or, depending on the king's mood, a painful death. By the time Athelstane had retrieved the bridle, a faint light had broken through the sudden mist, and he found that the stallion had changed from vicious uneasiness to sudden contentment. His brown eyes, no longer rolling madly, were focused adoringly on the girl in the blue dress. Athelstane brushed straw from his clothing and looked to see if anyone had observed his momentary loss of control. He wouldn't put it past any of the stable boys to report him to the master of the horse for a small reward and an extra helping of turnip mash. He was startled to realize that no one was looking at him. In fact, no one could even see him. He was still enclosed in a swirling cloud of mist, with only the stallion and the girl for company. The bishop's palace stood at the end of the great salt marsh, where all manner of evil lay hidden in the fog that hung over the lonely tidal wastelands. He tightened his grip on the stallion's bridle, crossed himself, and muttered a pater noster. Despite the fact that the candles in the chapel had been lit, and the monks were at their prayers, it appeared that something wicked had wrapped itself in the mist and made its way over the stone walls of the priory, and past the waiting guards. Athelstane shuddered, crossed himself again, and was in the midst of a hurried Ave Maria, when he was rudely interrupted. "Where's Hull?" Now he was glad of the shrouding mist, and he hoped that it would not only hide him from sight, but also smother the Saxon greeting the girl had just spoken. She spoke again. "Away tat test put." He stared at her.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?